Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Pure Speak English. I'm Ben.
And I'm Crystal. We're so glad you're here with us today.
You know, Crystal, I was thinking about something this morning. When I walk into my office, I see the same desk, the same chair, the same people, and I thought, how would I describe all of this in English?
That's such a good question, Ben. And you know what? So many learners feel the same way. They go to work every day, they live their office life, but when someone asks them in English, "What's your office like?" or "What do you do at work?" they freeze.
Exactly. They know their job, they know their routine, but finding the right English words, that feels hard.
But here's the beautiful truth. It doesn't have to be hard. You don't need fancy vocabulary, you don't need perfect grammar. You just need simple, clear words to share your world.
And that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to help you describe your office life in English easily, naturally, and confidently.
So take a deep breath, get comfortable. Maybe you're listening while you're working, or maybe you're relaxing at home. Wherever you are, you're in the right place.
Let's begin.
Ben, let me start by asking you something. What does your office look like?
Well, it's a small space. I have a wooden desk near the window. There's a computer, a lamp, and usually a cup of coffee that I forget to finish.
I love that detail. The forgotten coffee. That's so real.
Right? And on the wall, I have a calendar and a small plant. It's nothing fancy, but it's mine. It feels comfortable.
See, that's exactly how you describe your office. You don't need complicated words, you just say what you see. I have a desk, I have a computer, I have a plant. Simple.
Yes, and you know what? When you describe something simple and real, people can picture it. They can connect with it.
Exactly. So let's help our listeners do the same. Let's start with some basic vocabulary. Ben, what are the most common things you find in an office?
Okay, let's see. There's a desk, that's the table where you work, a chair where you sit, a computer or laptop for your work tasks.
Yes, and there's usually a phone, sometimes a printer, maybe a filing cabinet. That's where you store documents and papers.
Right, and don't forget the little things. A pen, a notebook, sticky notes, a mouse, a keyboard.
Those small items matter because when you can name them, you feel more confident. You feel like you belong in that English-speaking space.
Absolutely. Now, Crystal, let's talk about the people, because an office isn't just furniture and equipment, it's people.
Oh yes, the people are everything. So let's think about this. Who do you work with, Ben?
Well, I work with my colleagues. Those are the people on my team. We work together, we help each other.
And then there's your boss or manager. That's the person who leads the team, who gives you tasks and feedback.
Yes, and sometimes there are clients or customers, people outside the company who you work with or provide services to.
Right. So when someone asks, "Who do you work with?" you can say, "I work with 5 colleagues. My manager's name is Sarah. We also meet with clients twice a week."
See how simple that is? You're just sharing facts. You're just describing your day.
Exactly. And that's all you need to do.
Now, let's talk about daily routines. Crystal, what do you do when you arrive at the office?
Well, first, I turn on my computer. Then I check my emails. I usually have a lot of messages in the morning.
Same here. And then I look at my schedule. I see what meetings I have, what tasks I need to finish.
Yes, and maybe I make a cup of tea or coffee. That's my little morning ritual.
I love that. And these small actions, they're perfect for practicing English because you do them every day so the words become natural.
Exactly. So let's practice. Ben, can you describe your morning routine at the office in 1 or 2 sentences?
Sure. When I arrive at the office, I turn on my computer and check my emails. Then I review my tasks for the day and make a cup of coffee.
Perfect. Simple, clear, and natural. Now let me try. I usually get to the office around 9. I say good morning to my colleagues, sit at my desk, and start working on my projects.
Beautiful. And notice we're using present simple tense. I turn on, I check, I review. That's the tense you use for habits and routines.
Yes, and you can also use usually, always, sometimes, or often to show how frequently you do something.
For example, I usually have lunch at noon. I sometimes work late. I always attend the Monday meeting.
These little words make your English sound more natural and fluent.
Crystal, let's talk about tasks, because that's what people really want to know when they ask about your job. What do you do at work?
Right, and this can feel tricky, but again, keep it simple. Just describe your main responsibilities.
Exactly. For example, I could say, I write reports, I attend meetings, I answer emails, I work on projects with my team.
Perfect. You're just listing your tasks. You don't need to explain every detail.
And if someone wants more information, they'll ask, but start with the basics.
Yes, now let me give another example. I manage social media accounts. I create content. I communicate with clients. I track our progress.
Great. See how Crystal uses action verbs? Manage, create, communicate, track. These verbs are powerful. They show what you do.
And here's a tip. If you're not sure which verb to use, think about the action. Are you making something? Use create or make. Are you talking to someone? Use communicate or speak with. Are you organizing something? Use organize or manage.
Yes, and don't worry about being perfect. Even if you use a simple verb like do or work on, that's okay. People will understand.
Exactly. The goal is communication, not perfection.
Now, let's talk about something important, office culture, because every workplace has its own feeling, its own atmosphere.
Yes, some offices are formal and quiet. Other offices are relaxed and friendly.
Right. So how do you describe that? Well, you can use adjectives, words that describe feelings and qualities.
For example, you could say, my office is friendly and supportive, or my office is busy and fast-paced.
Or my office is quiet and professional. Or my office is creative and fun.
See? Just one or two adjectives can paint a picture.
And you can also talk about the relationships. My colleagues are helpful. My boss is understanding. We work well together.
Yes, and if the environment isn't perfect, you can still be honest. Sometimes it's stressful, the work can be challenging, but you can also add something positive. But I'm learning a lot.
That's a great balance, because honesty is important, but so is perspective.
All right, everyone. Now it's time for something I really love. It's Crystal's vocabulary breakdown. This is where I'll take some important words and phrases from today's topic and explain them clearly so you can use them with confidence.
I always learn something new in this section. Go ahead, Crystal.
Thank you, Ben. Okay, first word, colleague.
This is a B1 level word. A colleague is a person you work with. They're on your team or in your company.
Example, I have lunch with my colleagues every Friday.
Great word. What's next?
Next, routine.
This is also B1. A routine is something you do regularly, in the same way at the same time.
Example, my morning routine at the office includes checking emails and planning my day.
I love routines. They make life feel organized.
Exactly. Third word, responsibility.
This is a B2 level word. Responsibility means a duty or task that you're expected to do. It's something you're in charge of.
Example, one of my responsibilities is to manage the team's schedule.
Very professional. Keep going.
Fourth word, atmosphere.
This is also B2. Atmosphere means the feeling or mood of a place.
Example, the atmosphere in my office is relaxed and friendly.
That's a beautiful word. It adds depth.
Yes, and the last word, efficient.
This means working in a smart, fast, and organized way without wasting time or energy.
Example, we have an efficient system for managing our tasks.
So, those 5 words are colleague, routine, responsibility, atmosphere, and efficient. Write them down, practice using them in sentences.
Yes, and remember, you don't need to use all of them at once. Just pick one or two and start there.
Now, Crystal, I want to share a little story. When I first started working in an English-speaking office, I was nervous. I understood most of what people said, but I was afraid to speak.
Why were you afraid?
I thought my English wasn't good enough. I thought people would judge me, so I stayed quiet during meetings. I didn't share my ideas.
And then what happened?
Well, one day, my manager asked me a direct question. I had to answer. And you know what? I stumbled. I made mistakes. But my manager smiled and said, "That's a good point, Ben. Thank you."
That's so encouraging.
It was, because I realized people weren't judging my grammar. They were listening to my ideas. They cared about what I had to say, not how perfectly I said it.
That's such an important lesson, and I think everyone listening needs to hear that. Your voice matters, your ideas matter, even if your English isn't perfect.
Exactly. So don't let fear silence you. Speak, share, participate. That's how you grow.
Now, I want to give you a small challenge. It's simple, but it's powerful.
I love your challenges. What is it?
The challenge is this. Sometime this week, describe your office or your workspace in English. You can do it in your mind, you can write it down in a journal, or if you're feeling brave, you can record yourself on your phone.
That's a great idea. Just a few sentences. This is my desk. This is my computer. I work with 3 colleagues.
Exactly. Start small. And then, if you want, add a little more. Talk about your routine, talk about your tasks, talk about the atmosphere.
And if you do